Hello, hello, Reiki Studio. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kathy Milanowski, and I'm here with the panelists. And we are here to complete almost our chakra concepts, honoring each chakra as we honor our throats. So the next one will be the second Tuesday of each month till July. Then we're going to take a little break and then we'll start back up in October with something else. I just got a little download this morning about maybe talking about children and Reiki. So I'm pretty excited about that one. So here we are in Reiki Studio. Reiki Studio was formed by me a couple years ago to empower everybody, to empower whatever path that you're on. You could be a Reiki practitioner or don't even know what Reiki is, or a different light worker. So that's what Reiki here is here for, is to educate and promote self-growth. And with that, that's how we form the Chakra Concepts group here with the panelists. And so the panelists are doing this, coming here just to connect with you and to offer you information and their love. So help try to support them too, through their websites or their Facebook, and they have lots and lots of stuff to offer. So let's everybody say hi.
Hello. Dana says that somehow she's blocked.
Hello.
She's blocked. Wait a minute. Well, let's not. There we go. Let's
Kathy will work on that. My name is Karen Cagg, and I'm the owner of Reiki Institute, and I'm located here in Northwest Arkansas in the Ozark Mountains.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Hart. I am the owner of Rhonda's Mystic Solutions in Monroe, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Dana. I just do personal sessions for people privately, and I do Reiki and sound healing, crystals, oils. I do it all.
So I wanted to thank everybody for joining us today. If you have any questions or comments you'd like to do, just post them down on the live feed, and I will go to the live feed and I will see them and I will redirect them to the panelists as they giving their presentations. So we're working on the throat. How exciting! It's our expression and our voice. It's just so many different things. The throat chakra is located between the, let's say the thymus gland where your higher heart is, all the way up into your sinuses. It kind of governs this whole area. So you're governing your nose, your sinuses, part of your hearing, all the lymphatic system over here. There's a couple chakras around here with that throat chakra to empower it. And it kind of emits a blue color. The frequency is 672. Note is G. And I think I got all that part right. And then the shape is like a crescent. Let me see. The element is Akashic. So it's the Akashic records. It's speaking your truth, your rights to speak. The vowel sounds E. And so, it's physical associations is like the respiratory system, the breathing, breathing in, breathing out, thyroid gland, mouth, lips, teeth, tongue, jaws, ears, upper chest, shoulders, arms, hands, vocal cords, all that area is where we got through. The development stages of the throat chakra is between 7 to 12 years of age. The challenges are lies. Lies start to restrict the throat chakra because it's supposed to be going with your truth. The planets are Mercury. Let's see, the mythical animal is elephant, bull, lion. And Karen's going to talk about a whole bunch of incense and Rhonda's going to talk a whole bunch about herbs and stuff like that. And so I did a little digging and I found that the throat chakra, because the earth holds her own sets of chakras, and Earth is the pyramids of Giza and Mount of Olives. So that was pretty neat for me. So we're going to go turn it over to the panelists and let them just talk all they want. So next is going to be Rhonda Hart, And she's going to talk a little bit about more of the essentials of it. Like, you know, what do you eat? What kind of herbs, what kind of exercises and movements can you do to enhance this, you know, to enhance our throats and help us speak our truth, you know, and express. All right, Rhonda.
Thank you. For herbs, I wanted to get started with, and that is pine, juniper, thyme, and peppermint, which I think is really interesting.
That is interesting.
It's a nice combination of herbs that you could use to help open up your throat chakra. For foods, you would pick like blackberries, blueberries, black currants, elderberries, which is such a great food in itself. It's so nurturing. And then you could have figs, purple grapes, plums, prunes, raisins, purple asparagus, purple cabbage, eggplant, purple carrots, purple peppers, purple potatoes, and stuff like that. And then another thing I love is that every time I come on, I love to tell you which herbal tea will help which chakra. So for the throat chakra, it is red clover, lemon balm, and eucalyptus. And then for the exercise part, for yoga, you would do a pose called the lion's breath, the cat pose, the cow pose, the puppy pose, the child's pose, the cobra pose, the king cobra, the downward dog, the staff pose, the reverse tabletop. And as you, what's nice about these, they're all pretty intermediate. There's only like a couple that may be a little more challenging for people, but it's nice because all of these are pretty easy to do. So it just, you know, like the reverse tabletop, that might be obviously a little more than intermediate, but like the lion's breath, the cat cow pose, those are pretty standard. So it's really nice that you don't have to be an advanced yoga person to be able to do some of the poses and open up your throat chakra.
I
So
love the lay on the back pose.
yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
you can breathe and sing and stuff. But
I
it's
my
like you're open because your chest has to be open to breathe, right? And that's part of your throat is, I mean, the whole thing.
The legs up the wall is one that I would highly recommend for everyone because it just does so many things for you. It can help relieve stress, anxiety. It helps with the blood flow, and that is one of them that it's pretty easy. You just get completely flat up against the wall with your legs straight up. But I highly recommend, if you're going to try any of them, that would be the one I'd highly recommend for everyone.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I was noticing about the food too, like there's a pattern of the colors, you know?
Yes.
Kind of deal. That's kind of neat. Did you see any other kind of pattern with the colors? Like, are they sweeter or different kind of taste? You know what I mean? Like, have you guys ever noticed that?
It seems to focus more on like, it's nice because a lot of them can be dehydrated and used and saved and used for other purposes later, like the elderberries. You can dehydrate and then make like elderberry syrup out of it. And obviously grapes can be dehydrated into raisins, and figs, blueberries could be dehydrated and then used for many things. So it's really nice. I love the color variation that it adds, like a visual to your eating, because I'm a very visual person. So that to me, it would be appealing to have the different colored foods on my plate.
Right. Yeah, I would too. I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. It's awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. I just wanted to look over the poses. Is there any other exercises that you would do for your throat?
I would think that what I think Karen or Dana are going to cover the sound therapy.
Right.
Is anybody talking about crystals?
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet. She's going to do that. She's going to do that.
Okay, yeah, good.
Let's do that. I love crystals.
We do have, I had it right here.
There's turquoise. So I'm wearing a turquoise necklace, and it represents the throat. It opens up the passages of the throat and the higher heart. And that's always been really one of my favorite things. And this was a gift for me. So that was kind of neat. Karen, are you wearing anything for the throat?
I am. I'm wearing turquoise earrings, and actually I bought this in Peru. It's serpentina, but it has some turquoise on it as well.
Oh,
So,
how beautiful.
right here at my throat. And but I wanted to say I'm going to try that with my legs up the wall. But Kathy and I just finished teaching a Reiki class the last 2 days, and I thought every one of those poses, Rhonda, that you talk about, make me realize that I'm at the computer like this so much, and that is really constricting my throat, which is hard to tell because I talk all the time. But all of those are, even just lying on your back, I thought, oh, I could do that. But I don't do that. I don't just lie down and open up this area. So that's really helpful. Thank you.
You need to do that on the grass.
Yes.
Lay there.
That'd be nice.
That's a good idea, because you get your earthing, get the resonance, the Schumann resonance off the earth, and open that up.
After this, I'm going to do that because I'm going to do some gardening. So why not lay on the earth? I know if I go like this, I'm stretching out.
Right. It's opening that up, Rhonda. I hadn't thought about that.
And
I thought
for a year, I've always, it's like I got to the computer so much like this. Really, I like that. Let's everybody take a big breath.
It feels good.
And open your shoulders and pull your chest out.
I'm so glad that you guys are covering this, because I think of throat, and I thought, oh, it's that cobra pose, and but no, I can do this. And I forget the throat chakra, as you said, Kathy, it covers this whole, it expands out here. So yeah.
It's our mouth and our, what we put our food in to come down, but it's, the passageways of and it links to our heart chakra, but it's the passageways of our breath. We don't breathe through our tummies. Most of us don't, so it's kind of like, so you got to honor the connection of one chakra to the other, because it does blend in, and empowers each other. So what I'm trying to say is that if you're having difficulties with your throat chakra, it's going to unbalance, and your other chakras are going to try to support it. And so they're might need nourishing. It's kind of like if somebody hurts their left shoulder and their right shoulder takes over, that's what happened to me. Yeah. So
yeah, do the when you're doing those stretches, do shoulder rolls.
Yeah.
Because all our tension, all our stress is right here. So you do the shoulder rolls, forwards and backwards. Do that, arms out. And that's just like, wow.
I found the list of crystals. Turquoise, aquamarine, blue opal, blue agate, lapis, sapphire, and blue topaz.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, lapis lazuli.
Yep. So think of
Blue. Every day.
Blue, things that are blue kind of deal. Yeah, absolutely. I have a couple of them in my bra, but I'm not going to pull them out. I was going to, but I was like, oh, I better not do that right here in front of everybody. It's like,
oh, Kathy.
I will when I turn around and do something else. So but it's empowering me, you know what I mean? Because I needed my lungs, I put them in there, even though it's not my throat area, it's empowering me. It will go up there in that direction kind of deal. So yeah, I have this guy, my girlfriend gave him to me.
Aw. For my birthday, I got a lapis ring. So it's nice that I can wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Beautiful.
That's what mine is. It's a lapis. I wear it every day. I never take it off.
Good. That's why you speak your truth, Dana.
That's right.
Speak that truth.
If someone's joining us and hasn't watched some of the other panel presentations, the color is important because we are light beings, and these are different frequencies of light. And so eating the food that Rhonda was suggesting and wearing the stones in those colors, it helps support that light center. So in case you missed that point.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I have my blue on today.
Yep.
Yeah, mine's kind of blue-green, but
It's like blue, kind of flower, kind of something.
so, and part of it too is just, being conscious, because so much of your life is about intention. And then if you know that you need to work on speaking your truth or clearing out things, then support it by those foods that Rhonda mentioned and what you're doing and the clothes that you choose. So,
And what about those oils?
and
Karen?
okay, is that the seg? Are you finished, Rhonda?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good segue into essential oils. So, and it's tied closely to what Rhonda was talking about, the herbs and the plant kingdom supports us as well. We have a symbiotic relationship with plants. They exhale what we need to breathe in. We exhale what they need to breathe in. They support us. We eat them. Poor little things. And they give us their oils. So I want to talk about some of the oils that I use to so it can be like clogged up and you need to open it. And what I have used for that, I have, first I'll talk about some singles. My favorite one, the one I put on before we started, well, this is one of my Bible oils, so that's why it's in this gold bottle, but it's myrtle. It's mentioned 6 times in the Bible, and it's really good. If you smell it, it's very similar to another one, tea tree, which I do not like the smell of tea tree. But tea tree is it's kind of an astringent, and it's good for because your throat can get, when it clogs up, what does it get clogged up with? It gets clogged up with mucusy stuff. So it's really good. You can diffuse it if you can stand the smell. Some people like it. I don't. Or you can apply it. I apply oils neat. If they're high quality, Rhonda talks about this too. If they're a high quality oil, like if you go to Walmart and buy an oil, it's going to say, do not apply to your skin. Why? Because it's probably full of hexane, which is what they use to pull more oil out of the plant material. But if you have a high quality oil, you can I like myrtle. It's in that family. So, you can apply it right here. Or when I think about eucalyptus, like she's mentioned the eucalyptus tea, that's also good. That would be a good one to diffuse maybe if you're having trouble with your sinuses, like it's spring and I live in the South. Dana can relate. Yeah, peppermint, exactly. Those are going to open you up. So since this is, like Kathy said, is tied to your throat, it's going to help open you up so you can, breathe. If it is,
It's also antibacterial too, tea tree.
yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
So
Noticing all
when
the
you think
things
about
you're
it, really,
saying,
like the
antibacterial.
physical aspect of what, like I said, clogs up your throat, it's like the junk. So if, I suffer from this sometimes. When I get nervous, I talk nonstop. You guys know me pretty well now. So yeah, I just start going, that's an overactive throat chakra, it's like, it's too open. So what I use when I'm feeling that, it's just like word vomit, just everything. So I like to use Roman chamomile. It's a really calming. It's been used for centuries for that. So I'm gonna put so many oils on. I'll be like, what is it doing? It doesn't know. But Roman chamomile is very soothing, calming, and it's a pretty common one that you can get your hands on. Another one, it's another Bible oil, and you can get this without the gold thing now, is hyssop. Oh, you can't read it, but hyssop is very soothing, and it's also good for releasing. And let me talk about that just for a minute. And I use some different blends for releasing. So, I was going to talk about it. Okay. A lot of my clients, and I think that I've attracted these clients because I dealt with the same thing, have been sexually molested or sexually assaulted. And what happens is, especially with the sexual molestation, if it's somebody in your family, you don't talk about it. So what happens? And a lot of times when I'm doing sessions, I'll feel a block in the sacral area, And there's one in the throat as well. And I'm like, something happened, and she's not talking about it, or he's not talking about it, men too. And so it's difficult to let those words not stick in your throat, let them out. So I have used, and I talked about this, I think, in the sacral chakra, but I've used this Sarah, my camera doesn't work, SARA, it's a Young Living blend, but it stands for sexual and ritual abuse. And I put it on the sacral, but I'll also put it on the throat to like release. Another one, well, I didn't pick it up, but another one, release. Usually I use on my liver, but sometimes if somebody's got a really blocked up throat, I'll use release there. Thank you. Release. If you sense that energetically it's an emotional blockage that is just like strangling, them. Another one I use is Valor, which has some of the things that she mentioned. Yeah, the spruce, the black spruce. So these are like that help you open up, and what that's what we were talking about, speaking your truth. So opening up so you can speak your truth. Valor is good. Another one is Believe, because a lot of people with throat chakra issues they have, it's kind of tied to their personal power, their heart. They have no heart for themselves. They, and it's just like Kathy said, they're all connected. So sometimes if I sense that it's either me or a client, they really need to have some confidence, like to open up, speak your truth, have the confidence that you're going to be okay. I'll use this Believe, and it has frankincense, spruce. It has, what else does it have in it? Coriander, ylang ylang. But anyway, it has some good oils. And, I didn't grab my 3 Ys. No. Oh, here, let me talk about this one. Endoflex. This is good. It's a blend for stimulating the endocrine system. So what gland is here in your throat chakra? Your thyroid. So it can be a good one. It has spearmint, peppermint, has some just went right out of my head. Sage, geranium, myrtle, and it has German chamomile and nutmeg. So it's really good for supporting and stimulating that throat chakra. So those are some of the ones that I use specifically for the throat. And Dana gave me a wonderful chant, and I was chanting it all morning to kind of help open up my throat. You can't tell, but I'm really nervous. I always get nervous before these things. And the chant it's H-A-R-A, Hara, Hara, and you say that 4 times, and then Om. So try this if you're having trouble, like, maybe you're going to tell somebody a secret. maybe you're going to tell somebody something that you're afraid is not going to go over very well. And maybe you're just afraid, your throat's going to close up. So try to just go Hara, 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 Om. Hara, 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 Om. If that seems weird to you,
Love it.
try just doing the Om and holding it, or just humming. Humming is so good. You can do that to yourself. You can clean your kitchen, and you can clean your kitchen and go
Yeah.
Hara, 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 Om. Actually, that'd be a whole lot more fun. And if the water's running, nobody can hear you. So there's a good idea. And then you're opening up your throat chakra. So Dana, you know so much, about sound. I'm going to go ahead and segue that over to you and tell people what else they can do with sound.
All right. Good morning, y'all. The throat chakra. Wow. I love this chakra. I have so much to say about it, and there's no way to get it all in. I'd like to just start out with the throat chakra. You want to be able to say to yourself, I'd rather be whole. I want to be a whole person. I want to be me. And your true spirit, your sound, your vibration, your ether, you want to be you. You want people to understand who you are. You want to be able to tell people how you feel. And sometimes we say things and they don't come out right, and they get misunderstood, especially in the world of text messaging. I can't stand to have an argument in text messaging, because everything it sounds the wrong way. They read it the wrong way. Communication is so important. Our voice is so important. And even if we're a shy person and we don't like to talk to people, the communication inside your mind, the communication with yourself, these things are so important. You have to be able to say to yourself, you have to love yourself. We have like what I call like a dual personality going on. And a lot of people that I deal with, they have work and they have to act a certain way at work. And then they go to church and they act a certain way at church. And then they go home and they act a total different way than work or church or, whatever your environment is. And so inside of you, you got three people going on. Well, you're never going to have your truth because you don't know if you're the person at work, the person at church, or the person at home. So you got to come and be the same person. And you can do this. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to be what the world wants you to be. You have to come and be truth with yourself. And that's what the throat chakra is all about, speaking your truth. And it is so important. Say to yourself, I'd rather be whole. I want to just be me. I don't want to be complicated. I don't want to be all these other things. I just want to be me. And we do this by doing crazy things. There's crazy things we do for the throat chakra. You can say, even though I know I'm a liar, I still love myself. And you don't want to admit you're a liar because then you're admitting you're a liar. But the first step to healing your body is admitting the things, there's some people that just every other word out of their mouth is a lie. You never know what to believe, what they're going to say, because something's going to come out and there's very little truth to any of it. So if, you could say, even though I'm aimless, I don't know what I'm doing right now in life. I'm messed up. Where am I going? What am I heading? What have I done? I've got divorced. I've lost my job. COVID shut the world down. Even though you have those things, you have to say, I still love myself. I'm a liar. I'm a crook. I'm a thief. I'm a murderer. Whatever you've done in your life, you have to be able to forgive yourself to become whole and speak your truth and to be what you're supposed to be in this world, because we all have a past and we've all made mistakes and we've all done things that we regret, but we have to accept those things. And part of admitting it out loud, you want to say things out loud. I am a liar. If that is your problem in life, and I use that because there's so many people that they just want to tell lies, and I don't get it, but you have to say it out loud. And when you say it out loud, it resonates in your ears, which and starts a whole nother system going. But then the next time you tell a lie, your body's going to say, wait, why am I doing that? Why am I saying this? You might not change it, but you will think about it. It's just a way. It's called shadow work, what we have to do to fix our bodies. And this is just one of the things that we have to do to bring us to our truths. When you do the meditation like Karen did for me, because my voice is shot from things in my past, but I didn't want y'all to have to suffer through hearing me sing that chant. That is just a vibration that's tickling your chakra. It's coming in right here. And like Kathy said, it's covering from your ears all the way down to the top of your heart. So anything that's in here has to do with speech, sound, hearing, smelling, tasting your tongue as part of your throat chakra. All of your senses right in here, they're in your throat chakra. And if you're not speaking your truth, but the first thing to speak in your truth is you got to be truthful with yourself. So that's kind of what I want to do with y'all today. And Kathy's going to play us a little note, the sound of G in the background. And what I want y'all to do is just in a little while, come back and write these questions down. And these are the questions that you need to seriously, seriously ask yourself. Because what is going on inside of you, first you have to come to an honest, truthful place with yourself. Because we lie to ourselves. We say, I can handle this. We say, I can do this. And we're not handling it. We're falling apart on the inside. We're screaming on the inside. And nobody's hearing us because we're not being truthful. So it's so important. So I want to give y'all this list of questions. and whatever the first thing that pops in your head, not the second or the third, but the first thing that pops in your head, that's the thing that you need to work on first. So when you're sitting there and you're working on your throat chakra, you need to ask yourself, what is poisoning me? What's poisoning me? And if the first thing that comes in your head is, my grass is not cut, well, then get up and go cut the grass. If the first thing that comes in your head is, me and my uncle had a fight, get up and go talk to your uncle, settle it. Communication is the key to the throat chakra. If you can't talk to him, write him a song, write him a letter, sing him something, communicate. You have to be able to tell your truth, and you have to be able to do it so that people can understand your truth. So ask yourself, what is poisoning me? What is keeping me from being able to be myself? Why can't I speak my truth? Who is not hearing me? Who are you telling this truth to? You know, are you telling your boyfriend, I really want to go out to dinner every night? You're telling him this and telling him this, and he's not taking you out to dinner? He's not hearing you. And see, that's doing something to you in your mind and your heart. You need to ask these questions, and you need to settle them one way or the other. You need to know, why am I not being heard? Why are you scared of my truth? Why am I scared of my truth? Why am I scared of being the authentic me? Why don't I let people see the real me? Why do I pretend to be somebody else? How am I not speaking in accordance with my truth, with my personal conscience, with my integrity? Why do I not feel inspired to create? Why am I in this slump? Why is this happening? What can I do to improve my current state? Just the first thing, one little bitty thing. If it's nothing but as simple as getting up and cleaning your bedroom, getting up and making your bed every day. So when you go to bed at night, you're going into a nice fresh bed so you can rejuvenate your body and mind. Do like Karen says, eat those, Rhonda, eat those fruits and vegetables, and like Karen with the essential oils. These things are so important to who we are. Our verbal language has to co-inspire with our body language. And by body language, I don't just mean how you carry yourself, just what you're saying and doing on the outside has to be the same way you think and feel on the inside of your body. And these are things that you just have to work on. It's not easy for some people to be truthful with themselves. You know, they're in abusive relationships. They don't know how to get out of them. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to tell. Nobody believes them. Nobody listens to them. You know, if these are the people you're surrounded by, you need to find new people, because you have to be able to have somebody in this world that you can trust. And if you don't, go outside and talk to the trees. Go outside and talk to the birds. Go outside and just talk to the universe. Say, God, you know, help me out here. Put it out there how you feel. And the only way to do that is through vibration. The universe resonates with your vibration. And so if you have a low vibration, you've got to bring that vibration up. And you do that by speaking your truth. It's here. This is so, I mean, I know I tell y'all every chakra is so important, and it is. But your throat chakra is like the key to your personal health. Everything that you take in or speak out, if you're going to go on a diet, it's through your throat chakra. You're opening this mouth and putting that food in there. You know it ain't healthy. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it's cheaper. But you know it's not good for you, but you do it anyway. So that's something you have to change. Only you. If you're going to do a detox on your body, it's coming in through your throat. What herbs you're going to put in your body, what teas you're going to drink, what waters you're going to drink. I mean, even down to the water is scientifically proven to make a difference. And when everything that comes in through your mouth, your nose, your ears is what's making up the inside of your body. And all of these things are your throat chakra. the things you hear, even the music that you listen to, affects the organs in your body. It's been proven, the Hayatashi, I don't know all the names of those right off the top of my head, but there's a lot of shows that you can watch that will explain to you the words that you speak, the words that you hear on a daily basis affect the health of your body. So you need to think positive things. Yes, everything around you is falling apart, couldn't be no worse in the world. You need to find that one thing, even if it's just, well, my mama loves me. I don't care what nobody else says. My mama loves me if she's still here. My dog loves me. And that's all I'm going to concentrate on right now. I'm not going to think about anything else. I'm going to think about love and me. And I just need to be surrounded by love. I need to feel the love. I need to hear the love. I need to see the love. I need to touch the love. I need to share the love. These things are so important as human beings. We're social creatures. A lot of us have been hurt so many times that we back up. We get away from people. And then we become hermits, and that's not good for us. I've done it after my mama died. I shut everybody in my life off, and it was hard to get back out of that, but that's what we do to protect ourselves because we're so hurt. But we have to let those things go, and we have to talk about them. And if we can't talk about them to our best friend because she's going to go tell everybody, or if we can't tell our soulmate because he's going to judge us the next time we have a fight, or whoever you're talking with in your life, find you somebody. And if you can't, always pray, pray, pray. Go outside, like I said, talk to the universe, talk to God, talk to the trees. I talk to my chickens, my dogs, my cats. I talk to anybody that'll listen when I'm having a bad day that's not going to argue with me, because the animals are not going to talk back. They're not going to judge you. They're still going to give you some love. And at the end of the day, animals are so much our friend. And anybody that's feeling alone or sad or depressed, if you don't have an animal, I so recommend you getting your little kitty cat or little puppy, or even if it's just a fish, something that you can love, something that does not judge you. These things are so, so important. And sound, I love sound. It's so healing for the body. The bowl that Kathy's playing, there's so many videos on YouTube. Put positive sounds in your life. Play positive music in your home. Cleanse your home. Get you some sage. Go around and cleanse your home while you got some clearing music on. Oh man, my mind went blank. What is it? 676 is the hertz for the throat chakra. And put some blue things in your life. And I always tell people, when you're working on one chakra, go to the color wheel and look at the opposite chakra. Okay, so that's something you need to work on along with this chakra, because if you look at the throat chakra, the opposite of the throat is your sacral chakra. Well, that's where all your creativity is coming from. So you have to be able to create a way to communicate how you feel. If it's through art, if it's through letters, through sound, through journaling. So our sacral chakra, the things we want, the things we desire, these things come out through how we live our life, through our voice. And it's so, you do that. And I want y'all to come back later and make a list of those questions that I read to you a while ago, and ask yourself, what is poisoning me? What am I doing here? Because these things are just beyond, I can't express enough how important they are. And if you're working on your throat chakra, stay away from all dairy. Dairy makes a film, it lines. Anytime you're detoxing, no ice cream, no yogurt, no cheese. It just does something to it makes.
Oops, she froze.
Not allowing it to be free, I guess. I don't know how to say that. But dairy is a big no-no when you, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
it
you
just-
froze for a second, but you're
I
good.
lost my internet. Okay, and with summertime coming, Karen was talking about the oils. I want to throw this in there at y'all. Since she was talking about the neck, it crossed my mind. Things just do that, pop in your mind. Peppermint oil. If you're outside working in your yard and you get hot, you can put peppermint oil on the back of your neck and it'll make your body feel like you dropped 2-3 degrees temperature. It's an amazing oil for that. And it helps to the breathing. So, you know, but you have got to learn to talk to somebody. Sound is so important. And I want you to do this talking out loud. If you go outside to talk to just nature, talk out loud. Put your feelings out loud. Be honest with yourself, because the words we use, if you go around saying, oh man, this makes me so mad, that makes me so mad, this blah, 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 blah. Well, everything's going to make you mad. You're just going to become a mad person. And we all know people like that. So what you say, what you think, what you hear, what you eat affects your whole body. So the throat chakra is so, so important. And you got to work on the throat chakra. I call it shadow work. I don't know where that name come from. When you're working on one chakra individually, you go through and do the work, but that's what it's called. So yeah, the sounds, they're so important to y'all. Please get them in your life. Find somebody you can talk to. If you have to hire a psychiatrist, and let your insurance pay for it. Find your truth. Say who you are. Find a way. Sing, hum, dance while you're singing. You know, that is such a release to your body to dance and sing. Go outside and do the chant that Karen did for y'all for me. The hotter, hotter, hotter hum. It vibrates everything in this area. So it's releasing and waking up, and you can stretch your neck and not hard because it'll hurt, but just stretch your neck, different angles, and rub on it. Give it some relief. It needs some love too, because we talk so much, y'all. So our voice, our throat needs some love too. And the sounds for the throat chakra are the hum and hum. And the reason we have the two different sounds, Karen, you're going to do the sound for me?
Sure. So HUM, hum, it's going to vibrate a different part. So it'll be like, you want me to go up, sort of like hum, 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 or you can do a really high pitch. Okay, that one did it. And then the other one is the HAM, right, Dana?
Yeah,
So it's more like a hum. Okay, so it's not hum, hum. Can you hear the difference? Hum, hum. Okay, so hum, 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 hum. Okay, so that's freaky.
but what we're doing there, the hum, when you say
Feel it vibrating.
do it deep, that you can feel it in the lower part.
Yeah, y'all try it.
And then when you do the hum, you're going to feel the higher part of your throat. And the reason she went from low to high, what you want to do is do the hum, start out low and then go higher. And when you find the one that resonates with your ears, that sounds right to you, that's the sound of the hum that you want. And then you do the same thing with the hum. And then you say those two together, and you do that as a speech therapy. And you're walking around all day with whatever pitch resonates with you, going hum, 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 hum. And that's working your whole throat chakra area. It's resonating all of these things. and it's kind of silly and you look silly doing it. So you might want to like save it for the shower. But if you do that 5 minutes a day, it's a voice exercise. It will help you. It just helps. It helps you find your truth. Sound is such a miracle. It's such a blessing. The angels gave us sound, and I'm so thankful for it. And I love music. I very seldom watch TV. My radio, some kind of music is always playing in my world. But Kathy, thanks for having us today. I hope that helps y'all a little bit.
Oh, thank you so much.
Can I
Nadine.
talk about something really fast? I
Sure.
think that we haven't addressed yet.
Yep.
Not only is speaking your truth good, but you never know who you're inspiring. Every single person in life has done something they're not proud of, or something they've overcome that they didn't think they would. And you would be amazed at speaking your truth and how you're inspiring others that you had no idea were going through the same thing. You're going to have people that are going to criticize you, but you have to ignore those people because those aren't who your truth is for. And I can't stress enough how you speaking your truth. So if you have recovered from alcohol or drugs or being overweight or being sexually assaulted or being molested, you would be amazed at speaking your truth, how it resonates with somebody else, and they realize like, wow, I really did survive that. And wow, somebody else knows exactly how I feel. Because way too much in this world, too many people feel like they're alone or they feel isolated. And I'm sure this pandemic has made a lot of people feel that even more immensely, because like, to give you an example, I live alone, I'm single. So I literally have been very isolated the last year, but I've lost a lot of people. I went to grief therapy. Being able to talk and discuss that has helped me immensely. And I've always been really open about going to grief therapy. And so there's no shame in having to go to grief therapy or any kind of therapy. If you don't have a support system and you need somebody to talk to, if you don't want to go out, and honestly, like Dana said, nature is like the best, the dogs, the cats, you don't get the judgment. But if you really want somebody that is going to be not in your inner circle, that's going to be completely non-judgmental, I highly recommend counseling, because you'll be amazed at how much getting out your truth will help you, how much it release a lot of anxiety and it will harmoniously let your chakras flow. And it all stems from your throat chakra and just being able to release that truth and get it out and deal with it. So I hope that helps somebody.
Thank you, Rhonda. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm so glad you said that. And another thing that Dana brought up that kind of goes with what Rhonda said is like, if you're trying to speak your truth and nobody's hearing you, you really do have to find your tribe. I mean, I sort of found myself in that position. And one of the best things I ever read was that you are a combination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And that really just went, and I thought, wow. So pay attention to, the people that you're hanging out with. I mean, if they're not hearing you, maybe it's time to explore and find your tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. Thank you guys very, very much. You guys had lots to talk about. I mean, that was really, really interesting. So before we end, oh, my singing bowl is like doing something while I'm talking. We'll just kind of go back as how we, nourished ourselves through all these little different essentials that Rhonda was talking about in the beginning and opening up the doorways. We start going into sound a little more because that's our hearing and our voice speaking, and that surrounds and encompasses our throat chakra, and nourishes us. And I just want, as we wrap it up, a couple things in mind. People might be like, well, am I having a over excess chakra, or is it depleting? Do I need to nourish it? And you gave me all these things, and so, or is it balanced? Does it feel balanced? And kind of say some things to yourselves like, have I have the right to speak my truth? You know, do I feel comfortable with it? Do I communicate my feelings with ease? Or maybe to a person or something or animal, you know, am I able to do that? Just like Rhonda was talking about, have somebody to connect with. Express myself with creativity. There's your sacral, through speech and writing and art. That's what Dana was talking about. I have a strong will that lets me resolve my challenges. I nourish my spirit through creativity. I live an authentic life, and I have integrity. And I love to share my experiences and wisdom. Okay. So you might have these kind of feelings or responses toward things. All right. So let's say if, you know, before we leave, it's like, well, what if like I have an overactive chakra? What does that mean? So some people, you might see this in a reflection or to somebody else, like they're a little bit more self-righteous, ignorance. Actually, you know how it's connected to the sacral? They're very sexually dominating. They're long-winded, a lot of words and no content. So they could talk on for hours and you're like, what did they talk about? You know what I mean? Couldn't you say that in 2 words or something? You know, always has to have that last word in. And this is overactive, you know, and it feels right to them because it's overactive. They're very gossipy. You know, they're very poor listeners. They interrupt in between things. So like, that's just kind of stuff that's overactive. And if it's deficient, people are more shy and timid with themselves and with their words. They're terrified of public speaking. They whine a lot. They have no inflection with their speech. Passion doesn't come out at all. They're actually afraid of sex. They're manipulative. They're often tone deaf. They have a limited vocabulary. And loud noises really upset them. So, you know, it's all these things, but as you notice, we're all talking about different things. The only thing I didn't talk about is food intake and speech and things like that. And Dana covered that up really well. I really liked what she was saying because it has to do with things, you know, if you're overeating, you know, it has to do with your throat because you have special glands up here. And I think the hypophysis gland is connected to the throat chakra. And that, gives you your intake of feeling full and not full, I think, pretty much so. And so all these things tie in. So just examine yourself, do Dana's exercise and just work with yourself. Put some soothing music on that maybe is oriented to the throat chakra and just relax and try to go inward and maybe even do a little speech therapy for yourself and talk about your feelings and talk about your day and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really, really thank all the panelists. They were just a fantastic group of people, and I let them say goodbye to everybody and have a wonderful day. And we'll see you in June, the second Friday of June at 10 a.m.
Hi, y'all.
Have a blessed day.
Have a good day. Speak your truth, but don't hurt nobody's feelings doing it. I love y'all. Peace.
Integrity.